Hello and welcome to the Reaction Room with Reese.
Today's recap is Season 2, Episode 66. Let's check it out. Here's what's happening beyond the gates. We start off with Kat and Tomas. She tells him, "I'm behind you 100%. And then Tomas walks into Bill's office and tells him, "Working at this firm has been my dream, but I won't stay where I'm not valued or respected." And he hands him his letter of resignation. Bill asks him, "Is this because of Haley?" He says yes. Haley and Lynette meet up at the food court. She tells Haley she wants her to pay for her lifestyle or she will make her life very uncomfortable. Vanessa comes over to Danny's house to tell her about her disastrous double date with Nicole. Meanwhile, Kat walks into Nicole's office and asks her about the double date. And then both Vanessa and Nicole give the details about their version of what happened that night. Ted runs into Chelsea at Uptown, and she's worried because they're waiting to hear if Fenmore Stores wants to put Chelsea cat bags on their shelves. Naomi is negotiating, but it's taking a while. Naomi goes over to see Anita, and Anita asks her how did she and Jacob celebrate their anniversary. Naomi says we didn't, and then she tells Anita about the training and that she's really missing Jacob. And then Anita tells her, when you finally do reunite, put him to work, keeping you up all night and making your toes curl. Bill tells Tomas, "I've invested a lot of time and effort into you, so no, I don't accept your resignation." And then he tells him, "I'm beginning to think your suspicions about Lynette were spot on." Ted stops by Nicole's office and brings her favorite dessert. They chat for a bit, and then he tells her that he thinks Carlton is better for her than Kyle. Nicole says she's not putting all of her eggs into any one basket. Back at Uptown, Chelsea and Kat are arguing. They both blame each other for messing up the Fenmore's presentation. Kat says Chelsea's PowerPoint was bad, and Chelsea says Kat's financial presentation was boring. Vanessa asks Danny for advice, and she says follow your heart. She said, if Joey makes you happy, don't listen to the naysayers. She tells her those that love you will come around. Anita tells Naomi, "You know you can tell me anything." And then Naomi almost tells her about Jacob going undercover, but Anita has a coughing spell. Lynette tells Haley she wants enough money to retire on, and Haley says she doesn't have access to that kind of money. Lynette tells her to figure it out, and then Haley says she'll do it, but Lynette has to leave the DMV, and she agrees to it. Naomi gets a text from Fenmore's, and she asks Anita if she feels up to helping her break the news to Chelsea and Kat. Kat and Chelsea are still arguing, and they're getting loud. And then Naomi and Anita walk in, and she tells them to rein it in. And then Naomi lets them know that Fenmore's wants to work with them. Bill gets a text from Chelsea, and Tomas gets a text from Kat about the Fenmore's deal. They're having a party at Uptown, and Bill tells Tomas the Lynette situation is top priority, so he's going to have to skip the party and start digging into her story. Vanessa meets with Lynette about finding a place to live in D.C., and Lynette tells her, "I do have one condition. I must have a penthouse with a view." At Uptown, Chelsea and Kat throw an impromptu party to celebrate their new deal. They give a speech, and then Chelsea does a live stream, and they thank Anita for being the inspiration for their new bag. And then they challenge all the ladies to do a runway strut. And that's what happened on the show today. Hey, thanks for watching, and please don't forget Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And I will talk to you in the next one, okay? Bye.